there we have it. Battery is free. Hello, this is Talamer and welcome to another repair video. In this video, we're going to be looking at this iPhone 14 Pro. It needs a battery. So we're going to be taking a look at this creature and seeing how to do that. To begin with, we're going to get ourselves a Penelope screw bit. That's a P2. Now, before I even get these out, there's something I really like to do just to help prevent the screws from getting stripped. It's just one thing that helps. If the gasket is stuck inside and around the screw, it can be much more of a challenge. But this, just cleaning out the dirt in the screw itself, can help immensely. Alright, I can get those out now. I should have my heating mat turned on. With the iPhone 14 Pro, it is the screen that you need to pull out, not the back cover. Different from the iPhone 14 and the 14 Plus. So I'm just going to wait for my heating pad to come up to temperature. I have it set to about 90 degrees Celsius, which is something vaguely around, I think, 165 degrees Fahrenheit. I think. The phone is up to temperature. Sometimes these screens can be pretty difficult to come out, so I might have to put it back on the heating mat. Let's just pump it and see what happens. Okay, it is coming out relatively easily. That's good news-ish. Now you'll notice that I was pulling out from the sides, trying to work those free, as well as the top, and I wasn't willing to go in there with the pick unless I go and get these sides done. And the reason why is because you can damage the there's a little ribbon cable up here, and if you damage it, it'll cause lines across your screen, which is terrible. Even at this point, if I try to turn the phone on, you see that? If there was damage to the screen, you should see a line down there, like going right across the entire screen. Nice bright green line. It's just terrifying to see. Okay, we got to get the shield off. It uses Y000. It uses a Y000 bit. You got to get all the screws out. There's even a screw up here that's kind of hidden, and you got two screws here. There is a little shield that's right underneath that cable that is going to come loose the moment that you get this all off. It is held down by a little bit of spongy adhesive. There we go. Let's put that to the side. We're going to disconnect the battery first. You want to do that because if you are playing around with ribbon cables for the screen, when you're pulling them up, there is a possibility that if you still have the battery connected that you could short out the screen, or you could short out something on the motherboard. Either way, it wouldn't be a good day for you. There's two. Okay, so we got to get this battery out. Now it does have pull tabs, but ever since the iPhone 13, I found that those pull tabs became increasingly useless. And that means that I'm not going to even, well, you know what, I'll try. I will try, not even with these. These would require you to take out the Taptic engine and the speaker down there, and I really hate doing that. So I am going to just try to at least get this tab out, because there is a little bit of space. Yep, tore. Exactly what I expected to happen. Yeah. Oh, we tried. We tried. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to soak this in alcohol, and I'm holding it to the side there and just letting it dribble down. I'm going to take my pry tool. Now if you're scared of using metal on a battery like this isn't particularly sharp, but if you are scared of using that, then you might want to try something maybe like one of these. Now it doesn't work. You can use a pick. You can get that down here, and you can pry. This is going to take a lot longer if you're going to do it this way. You just hold it there lightly, and you just keep prying away at it until it pulls up. So that's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm going to dribble some alcohol down here, right in the corner. The reason I'm putting it here is because you got the two tabs right here, and by putting it on the corner, just below the battery, it'll allow the alcohol to seep around those adhesive strips. And there we have it. Battery is free. Now I do recommend just peeling those away from the back there. It makes it a little bit easier to get these tabs out. Yep, that one completely failed. You can see I'm just trying to pull them away. Instead of using my adhesive remover or glue remover tool, if it's at all possible to do it by hand like this and avoid it, it just makes it a lot easier and a lot faster to deal with. Yeah, it's about as good as I can do at the moment. Let's get the rest out. These things are pretty cheap. I think I bought this for like $15, $10, something like that. Since this is still relatively new adhesive, it still is relatively pliable. The older this type of adhesive gets, it gets really crumbly, and it gets to the point where the only way that you can get it out, especially with those really old ones, like an iPhone 8 is notorious for it. You have to soak it in alcohol and then use some sort of scraper to get it all out. Here we are. One last tab to go just up here. You gotta be careful because it's so close to that wireless charger. You're not going to damage it. I'm just concerned mostly. Yeah, you see how I just tore away some of that stuff there? That's how easy it is to do. I just barely slipped. It's not the biggest deal in the world. It's not like I'm going to destroy it or anything, but it does peel away some of that protective coating away from it. It's going to be covered by the battery anyways, but it's still, it's not the best having that come up like that. That's annoying. Ugh. There we go. It's cleaned up very well. I want to test the battery first. Now this is an aftermarket battery. The phone itself will say, hey, this might not be a genuine Apple battery. That is great. I'm happy to see that. What's more important is with the iOS version 18 and up, it will also provide you the battery health, the new battery health. Okay, we got that connected. Now let's connect up the battery. Now you notice right here that this little guy is not really where you want it to be. So I am going to have to make some alterations to the battery terminal, the ribbon cable itself, just to get this to plug in properly when I finally do get this to sit in completely. Otherwise, they're going to be fooling around with it a lot. There, went in. Very good. Let's test. Now, it doesn't always show the battery percentage right away. Let's see if it does. Nope, hasn't found it yet. I want to see the battery percentage before we move on. I just want to see it pull a healthy amperage before moving on. Yep. That's about more or less what I'm expecting at the moment. Now with this device, it is slow charging, and the reason is mostly just because this cable is not really suitable for this kind of charging. I think the most it's going to probably pop up to is maybe 1.09 amps. That's fine. It is doing what I was hoping to see it do. Well, that took an expectedly long time. I had enough time to go downstairs, have a coffee, enjoy the entire coffee, come back upstairs, do some paperwork, and now finally, I also had to connect it to Wi-Fi, as you can see there. Now it's showing the percentage. I don't know if it was the Wi-Fi that caused that. I've never had this issue before taking that long, but finally it has come through. 100%. Important battery message. Unable to verify this iPhone has a genuine Apple battery. That is exactly what should be showing, because this is an AmpCentrix battery. That is a battery that is made by Mobile Centrics. They make really good parts from what I've experienced. Let's disconnect it, turn it off, remove the battery, and get the adhesive exposed for the battery. Here we go. I like how they've got this. Before they had it a little bit more differently set up, and it made it really hard to test the batteries, and now they've set it up properly. So I need to get this plugged in first before laying it down flat. There we have it. Now we can put the battery in. Let's get that seal out. Let's get this screen cleaned up first, because the edges are kind of on the dirty side. And now for the seal. So back to the adhesive remover tool. Let's get this zipped up. Sometimes these seals can be really stubborn, and it's simply because It's just the nature of this particular type of adhesive. It really wants to stick, and you might find that the only way to get it out is in fact to get a razor blade to it. Gosh, this is just so nasty. I think I'm gonna try giving this a clean first. Okay, let's give it another go. It's a little cleaner now. That's better. There was just so much dirt all over the place. It was hard to get through like what was dirt and what was adhesive. Now, I don't actually have a replacement adhesive for this particular phone model. So what I'm going to end up using, I'm going to try at least to use an iPhone 14 seal, because I think the iPhone 14 is relatively similar in size. If that doesn't work, I'm going to just go through until I find a seal that works. And if that doesn't work, then I will have to either purchase a seal for this or try to make one myself. Now it's just a matter of giving this a bit of a good scrub. Just got a stiff brush and lots of alcohol. So I gotta be a little bit careful around the earpiece right here, and it's a dual reason why. Part of it is because I'm really close to the camera, and the other reason is because there's the earpiece, and I don't want to get alcohol into that earpiece. Okay, at this point that's good to go. I'm gonna go and take another cotton swab, and we're just gonna give this a good scrub down. I'm just trying to get up all the remnants. There we have it. Man, my desk's a mess. I can put in the new seal now. I found something even better. An iPhone 15 Pro seal instead of an iPhone 14. I don't know if the iPhone 14 would fit, but an iPhone 15 Pro, I'm pretty sure this should be an exact fit. That's a pretty darn close fit right there. There we have it. Seal is in place. Let's get everything back in place and put together. Now, just something that I forgot to mention here that I haven't checked, and I'm looking at it now. It looks like it's okay. I don't see any spray on it, but there is a chance that while you're cleaning the adhesive, trying to get all the adhesive out and then scrubbing it all down with alcohol and stuff, you may end up getting a little bit of splash on the camera lenses, these little guys here. If that happens, it's not really a big deal. All you need to do is just get a clean swab, put a little bit of alcohol on it, not a lot, it doesn't need much, and then you just give it a buff. And then after that, you buff it with another clean swab that is dry, and it'll clean up beautifully. That's that. Seal it up. Got everything in there. May as well try turning it on, just make sure that the battery is having a proper connection. I expect it to. Apple logo. Good. I always start from the top. You don't need to, but I always do. You press firmly to the top there, and then you can push in the rest. These kinds of screens that sit flush with the phone frame are really great because there isn't much wiggle room. They just always fit. And it was a little bit less. It was more of an issue with the iPhone 11 and going back. So it's nice. I really like these. Let's get those penelope screws in. Don't need to over tighten these. Just finger tight. There we go. Make sure they're flush with the foam, basically. I'm curious about whether, how much battery got in there. It was at 32%. Now it's up to 39%. That's good. And the final little bit I like to do after going through all this is just give the phone a quick clean. Now this is some spray that I have. I got from, it just came together. It came in a package with something. I don't remember what it was. I'm not particularly fond of the smell. It has a bit of a perfumey smell to it. I'm not good with perfumes. But it does marvelous on screens. It does a really good job. But that looks very nice. And that is all there is to this video. We've got the phone all nicely done and cleaned up, battery replaced. If you guys like the video, please do leave a like. And if you want to see more of my stuff, subscribe. We'll see you guys all in another video. Bye.